Another Death Row production. Mike Tyson, the next heavyweight champion of the world. Everybody else for.
Alrighty guys, what's going on? Welcome on back. It's the Empire. I'm your host Risky. We are back to it. It is Monday, May 11th. Looking back at yesterday, we do hit on our ladder play. Our solo bet did come through for us, but overall it was not a good day. Looking at the results of all those games yesterday, it was a bizarre day. You had only 3 games go over. 12 games yesterday was unders. Overall, like I said, it was a weird ass day, but you guys already know the rules. It's on to the next one. We got a small schedule here today, only 6 games. Guys, Outlier Sportsbook, sign up with them. The link is down in the description. The first week is free. Also, at the end of the video, the 3 bets we'll be placing here today are ourselves. With all of that being said, let's jump into it. Alright, first game up, we got the Los Angeles Angels in Cleveland taking on the Guardians. Dana on the mount for the Angels. The left-handed pitcher Cantillo on the mount for the Guardians. Alright, getting into this one, the Guardians just dropped the last 2 games here at home to the Minnesota Twins. Today, Dana's on the mount for the Los Angeles Angels. He'll be making his season debut. He started off the season, he was supposed to be up here in the majors pitching, then he got injured. Looking at his numbers though from last season, absolutely terrible. 5 starts, 6.40 ERA, no wins, 4 losses. Looking at the matchup here today for him, he's going to be seeing a Cleveland Guardians team that's only batting .235 versus right-handed pitching. In their last 8 games played, the Guardians are batting just .230 as a team with only 3 home runs to go along with it. So they definitely been playing terribly offensively in their last, I want to say 2 weeks overall. Looking at Cantillo here on the mount for the Guardians. He's had some decent starts this season, but I focused in on one outing here, and it's that start against the Athletics. He saw some good right-handed bats in that game. Today he's going to be seeing an Angels team that has a bunch of righties, 6 right-handed bats. This Angels team is batting .244 versus lefties, slugging .396. Cantillo throws the fastball 45% of the time. This Angels lineup has a bunch of guys that really match up well against them. I could see this Angels team getting 2-3 runs off of Cantillo in this game here today. Looking at the bullpen situations, the Guardians definitely have the advantage. They got some arms that's going to be available here today. That's definitely going to give them the advantage. On top of that, their bullpen's playing better than the Angels bullpen overall on the season. Looking at the weather in this game, it's definitely going to be, when you look at the weather side of it, it's going to be pitcher friendly. That's why the total score is set very low. But I project both of these starting pitchers to come out today, give up 2-3 runs each. A lot of times people get overswayed by the weather, in my opinion. These guys are still going to let up base hits. Cantillo's, he's averaging 2.5 walks per outing. Like I said, Dana last season had a 6.30 ERA. I see both of them giving up 2-3 runs. The Angels bullpen's not good. So the weather here, yeah, it's not friendly for home runs in my opinion, because it's going to have a strong gust of wind blowing from the outfield into the diamond. 50 degrees, so it's cold. You know, the ball doesn't travel that far in the cold weather. All of that being said, let's get to the picks. The Guardians are the betting odd favorites in this game, and I like the road dogs in this spot. Give me the Los Angeles Angels on the money line. The game total set at 7.5. I do like the over 7.5 total runs. For the player prop, I got Zach Neto of the Angels for 2 total bases today. Up next, we got the Yankees in Baltimore taking on the Orioles. The left-handed pitcher Weathers on the mount for the Yankees. Young gets a start here for the Orioles. Alright, getting into this one, we got the Yankees here today. They just got swept by the Brewers out in Milwaukee. Playing the Orioles here today, a team they swept, I want to say, about a week and a half ago. The left-handed pitcher Ryan Weathers is on the mount for the Yankees. He's looked really good for the Yankees this season. He's only had 1 bad outing. It was against the Angels. He pitched 5 innings, gave up 5 runs. But other than that, he's been looking really sharp in all of his outings. As a matter of fact, his last outing was against this Orioles team. Pitched 5 innings, gave up a run at Yankee Stadium. Another thing I really like about Weathers is his balls to walk ratio. Right now he's averaging 10.5 Ks per 9 innings, only 2.3 balls per 9. Looking at the matchup here today for Weathers, I really like this spot for him. He's playing an Orioles team that's only batting .222 versus left-handed pitching. I can see Weathers coming out here today, working the strikeouts, pitching about 6 innings, giving up a run. The Yankees are going to really need Weathers to at least go 6 innings in this game here today. The Yankees bullpen is highly taxed. The best case scenario for the Yankees, Weathers goes that full 6 innings, and then you bring in like Yarborough to pitch the final 3. Another best case scenario here today for the Yankees is for them to get to Young, a guy that's not been looking good to start off the season. He gave up 7 in his first outing to the Astros, but other than that, he's had one good start against the White Sox, but he's coming out giving you 4 innings, at least 3 runs in all of his starts. Today he's going to be playing a Yankees team that's batting .245 versus right-handed pitching. Granted, I know they didn't look good out in Milwaukee, but the caliber of pitching they saw out there compared to Young, not on the same level. I could see this Yankees team coming out here today, getting 3-4 runs off of Young. Young going about, I want to say 5 innings. It depends his pitch count. This is a guy that walks about 3 batters per game, so I could see him going about 4 or 5 innings, turning it over to this Orioles bullpen that does have some decent arms available. I can see them coming in, still letting up some runs themselves. Looking at the weather here today, it's going to be 60 degrees at start, but the big thing in this game, there's going to be wind blowing from left field into the diamond, putting right-handed batters at a disadvantage. Let's get to the picks. The Yankees are the betting odd favorites in this game, and we're playing them on the run line. The game total set at 9. I do like the under 9 total runs in this one. For the player prop, I'm taking Ben Rice of the Yankees to hit a home run today. Up next, we got the Tampa Bay Rays in Toronto taking on the Blue Jays. Drew Rasmussen on the mound for the Rays. Kevin Gausman on the mound for the Jays. Alright, getting into this one, the Tampa Bay Rays are now 8-2 in their last 10 games played. The game total for this one is set at 7.5. The Rays have only played in 1 game though in their last 10 that has gone over 7.5 total runs. The Blue Jays on the other side have only played in 4 games in their last 10 that have gone over 7.5 total runs. So 2 teams that have been playing in a lot of low scoring games. We got 2 good starting pitchers in this one. Rasmussen on the mound for the Rays off to a solid start here this season. His last outing though was against his Blue Jays team, pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs. It was a home game for Rasmussen. He usually pitches much better in his home games. He has much better home splits versus on the road. Looking at this matchup, well, you know what? Another thing about that game, when he saw this Blue Jays team last week, there was no Clement in the lineup and Barger. 2 of the Blue Jays' better bats, they're back in the lineup here today. I could see Rasmussen having a similar outing where he goes 6 innings, gives up 3 runs to this Blue Jays team. The Tampa Bay Rays bullpen, one of the best in the majors. They've been killing it of late. I could see them coming in. They got some good arms available. I see them coming in, closing the door. On the other side, we got Gausman on the mound for the Blue Jays. He's looked decent to start off the season here for Toronto. His last few outings, he started to look a bit shaky. But looking at the big thing, like I said, he also saw this Tampa Bay Rays team last week. Just like Rasmussen, he pitched 6 innings, only giving up 2 runs to this Tampa Bay Rays lineup. The big thing about this game, this Rays team does do well hitting for contact versus right-handed pitching. Their slugging is way down. They're only slugging .370 versus righties. The other big thing is this Tampa Bay Rays team hitting-wise in the road this season. They're only batting .228 in their road starts. I can see Gausman coming out doing the same thing, having a similar outing to his last start. 6 innings pitched, giving up 2 runs. The Toronto Blue Jays bullpen has been one of the better units in the last 2 weeks. They've been killing it of late. They have a lot of good arms available in this game here today. It's up in the Rogers Center, so there's going to be no weather. Weather won't be swaying anything. Let's get to the picks. The Blue Jays are the betting odd favorites in this game, and I'm playing them here on the money line. The game total set at 7.5. I do like the under 7.5 total runs in this one. For the player prop, I'm taking Addison Barger of the Blue Jays for 2 total bases today. Up next, we got the Diamondbacks in Texas taking on the Rangers. Michael Soroka on the mound for the D-backs. Eovaldi gets a start here for the Rangers. Alright, getting into this one, the Rangers just won a series here at home against the Cubs. Today, they're going to be seeing Michael Soroka on the mound for the Diamondbacks. He's looked good to start off the season here for the D-backs. The big thing was that start 2 weeks ago against the Brewers. pitched 3 innings, gave up 8 runs, but then he bounced right back in his last outing against the Pirates, pitched into the 7th inning, only giving up a run. Looking at this spot here today for Soroka, I can see this Texas Rangers team getting 2 runs off of him. They are batting .245 versus right-handed pitching. They started to hit the ball much better of late. In their last 8 games played, they're batting .250 as a team. I can see, like I said, I can see them getting 2 runs off of Soroka, him going 5-6 innings. There's 3 guys that really matched up well against him in this lineup. That's Jung, Seager, and Nimmo. Looking at the Diamondbacks bullpen, they were playing really good at the top of April, but in the last 2 weeks, they've started to regress. On the other side, we got Eovaldi on the mound for the Rangers. He's coming off of 2 starts in a row against the Yankees where he looked amazing. Looking at the matchup here today for Eovaldi, he's going to be seeing a Diamondbacks team that's been struggling to hit the ball of late. They're only batting .222 versus right-handed pitching. I can see Eovaldi going out here today, pitches 6 innings, possibly 7, giving up a run. The big thing with him is him working the strikeouts. He's at his best when he's working the Ks. It's down there in Texas. No weather to really sway nothing because they're in the dome. Let's get to the picks. The Rangers are the betting odd favorites in this game, and I like them here on the money line. The game total set at 7.5. I do like the under 7.5 total runs. For the player prop, I'm taking Nimmo of the Rangers for 2 total bases today. Next up, we got the Mariners in Houston taking on the Astros. Kirby on the mound here for Seattle. Lambert gets the start for the Astros. Alright, the Mariners come into this game having just lost this series to the White Sox out in Chicago. Today, playing this Houston Astros team, the Mariners got Kirby on the mound. He's off to an amazing start this year, 2.97 ERA. He saw this Astros team at the beginning of April, pitched into the 8th inning, only gave up 2 runs. Looking at the matchup here today for him, for one, this Astros team on the season is batting .264 versus right-handed pitching. In their last 8 games played, the Houston Astros are batting just .230 as a unit. They've cooled off big time. On top of that, they only have 3 home runs to go along with it in their last 8 played, so even their power is slowing down. Looking at the matchup here today for Kirby, I can see him having a good outing, going 7 innings, giving up a run or 2. He matches up very well against this Houston Astros lineup. Just like any right-handed pitcher, when you face this Astros team, as long as you pitch around Yordan Alvarez, I can see him having success, especially if he works the sinker against guys like Walker and Altuve. I could really see Kirby having a good outing here today. Looking at the Mariners bullpen, they're actually in a good place coming into this game. Granted, in their last 8 games, they have a bullpen ERA of 4.80, so they've been struggling of late. We got Lambert on the mound for the Astros. He's off to an amazing start this year. This was a guy last year that was with the Rockies, didn't make the Rockies rotation, came here, and like I said, he's off to an amazing start. He had the start of his career last week against the Dodgers. 7 scoreless innings pitched. Looking at the matchup here today for Lambert, he's going to be seeing a Seattle Mariners team that does hit right-handed pitching very well. They're batting .243 versus righties, slugging .400. Looking at the matchup for Lambert, the big thing with him through the start this season has been that slider changeup cutter mix. It's been keeping a lot of guys off balance. This Mariners team does strike out the 4th most in Major League Baseball. I can see Lambert working the K's here, having some decent innings against this Mariners team, but the big thing is his hard hit rate. He has a hard hit rate of 53%. I can see Lambert letting up a home run or 2 in this game, handing it over to an Astros bullpen that is still the worst bullpen in Major League Baseball. I see the Mariners getting a few runs off of the Astros arms that come out of the pen in this one. It's down in Houston in the dome, so no real weather to sway anything. Let's get to the picks. The Mariners are the betting odd favorites in this game, and I'm playing them here on the run line. The game total set at 8.5. I do like the over 8.5 total runs. For the player prop, I'm taking Cal Raleigh to hit a home run today. Final game of the day, we got the Giants in Los Angeles taking on the Dodgers. McDonald on the mound for the Giants, Sasuke on the mound for the Dodgers. Looking at McDonald here on the mound for the Giants, he made his first start of the season last week against the Padres in San Francisco in a pitcher-friendly ballpark. Looking back at the weather in that game, it was like a 50-degree day with wind blowing in. He was facing a Padres team that they're not really hitting the ball well offensively. Today, he's going to be seeing a Dodgers team That is much better versus right-handed pitching. They're batting .269 versus righties this season. Granted, this Los Angeles Dodgers team in the last 8 games offensively is not looking good. They're only batting .233 in their last 8 games. The big saving grace with this Dodgers team is that they have a bunch of guys that could just hit for power, hit for home runs, so that keeps them in a lot of games. But like I said, they haven't been hitting the ball well at all lately. On top of that, we spoke about this in yesterday's game. Their big Achilles heel this season is their strikeouts number. They're striking out more times than any other team in Major League Baseball. Looking at the spot though here for McDonald, I can see this Dodgers team lighting him up here today. They match up very well against him. He's a low velocity pitcher, pitches for a lot of contact. It's going to be a hitter friendly day out there in Dodger Stadium. I can see this Dodgers team getting 3-4 runs off of him. Another big thing, this San Francisco Giants bullpen is completely taxed after that series they just had with the Pirates. The arms that's going to be available here today for the Giants is going to put them at a big disadvantage late. On the other side, we got Sasuke on the mount for the Dodgers. Terrible starting pitcher. He's going 5-6 innings, giving up 3 runs minimum. In my opinion, this is a guy that should be a bullpen arm for the Dodgers. Granted, he's going to be seeing a Giants team here today that does not hit the ball at all. They're a terrible offensive team. I can still see Sasuke letting up some runs in this game. I do like the Dodgers bullpen in this one to come in and stop the bleeding. Like I said, looking at the weather here today, one of the best offensive projected days on Ballpark Pal. Let's get to the picks. The Dodgers are the betting odd favorites in this game here today, and we're playing them on the run line. Another reason I like the Dodgers here today, they're finally getting Mookie Betts back in the lineup. Even if he's not hitting the ball well, he's like a leader in the team, in the clubhouse. I like the Dodgers here today on the run line. The game total set at 9.5 total runs. I like the over 9 total runs in this one. Onto the player prop. I'm taking Andy Pajas of the Dodgers to hit a home run. Alrighty guys, before we get up out of here, the 3 bets we'll be placing here today are ourselves. Our ladder play came through for us yesterday. It was the Angels on the run line. It was a payout of $24.60. So today we'll be wagering that $24.60 on the Seattle Mariners on the run line. We're getting them at plus 114. This is our ladder play of the day. Up next, guys, we have just a 2-leg home run parlay we're playing here today. We're taking Ben Rice of the Yankees, and we're taking Cal Raleigh of the Mariners. And our final bit of the day will be a 3-leg parlay. We're going to start it off with the Yankees-Orioles game total to go under 9 total runs. We're then going to play the Texas Rangers on the money line. And like an abuse victim who keeps going back to their abuser, we're playing the Dodgers here on the run line. Alrighty guys, before we get up out of here, I just want to send my salutes out to you all. We're back to it, back to the start of the work week, miserable Mondays. You guys know I appreciate you all, I respect you all. I hope we all win some money here today, and I'm going to catch you on the next one.